Yo, what's good everyone? Hope you're doing great. So today's video is about when I smoke some moonrock. Hope you're gonna like it, and if not, well, fuck you. So let's get right into it. So the story starts, I was just chilling watching some videos on YouTube, and I saw a video about someone smoking some moonrock, and he said that it's the strongest weed. This shit is so strong that even Snoop Dogg said it's too much. During that time I was a real pothead, and I couldn't start my day without a hit from the bong. So when I heard about moonrock, I immediately wanted to try some, but I didn't know how to get these. So I sent a text to my plug asking him if he could get me some of that. After a couple of minutes, my plug sent me a screenshot and he actually found a website that sells moonrocks. The only problem is, one fucking nugget is 60 bucks. But I was so interested to try these, I actually said to my plug that he can order some, and I'm gonna buy it from him. Back then for some reason I didn't want to buy weed from a website because I didn't want to get caught, but today that's what I do. I order all my weed from the web and it's legit. Anyway, so a few days later my plug said that he's got the stuff, and I can meet him at the park in the evening. I was super hyped about the news. When the time has come, I drove to the checkout to withdraw 60 bucks, then I went to the park with my friend and we waited for my plug to arrive. So we went on a bench just talking while my plug was coming. After about 30 minutes, I saw my plug's car pulling up, so my friend and I walked to his car. He opened his car window and he said what's up and shit. Then I gave him the 60 bucks and he gave me the moonrock. Surprisingly, it was a pretty big nugget. Then the plug, my friend and I sat at a bench just talking and smoking weed, but I didn't want to smoke the moonrock. I wanted to save it for a special occasion. For the rest of the evening we just talking shit, and after chilling with them we all went home. A couple of days later, I got a call from a friend and he asked me if I wanna do something. I said of course, so my friend came to my house. He brought with him some alcohol and he was gonna drink, but I wasn't feeling like going drunk. I wanted to smoke some weed and I thought that trying the moonrock would be fun. So we both went on my backyard's balcony and we both started consuming immediately. I unpacked the moonrock and bro, just from the smell I knew I would end up in a different dimension. I still did a full bucket and I one hit that bitch. I did not even finish to rip that shit and I knew I was gonna be fucked. Once I exhaled, I was gone, bro. And the worst part is, it was just getting started. My bro looked at me and he asked me if I was alright. I said I was chilling. Yes, the high was intense, but I was good. But something I didn't know about moonrock is it gets stronger and stronger. I thought it was it, but nope. I kept getting higher and higher. I wasn't freaking out though. I've done 8 grams of shrooms in the past and that was more intense than this. After like 15 minutes, I was still getting more and more high. At this point my brain was frying the last brain cells that I had. And my friend was just chilling. He only drank like 2 to 3 beers. About an hour later, the high finally stopped to get stronger and my friend was getting pretty drunk. At this point he drank about 6 beers. We both talked about random shit and we laughed a lot. At this point it was getting dark and my friend wanted to go for a car ride. I said sure, but I wasn't the one driving because I was too big to drive. My friend finished his last beers, so now he was fucked too. Bro had I'd say about 8 beers in his blood. But we are boys and we don't give a fuck, so we still went in his car and he was driving randomly in the village. Then he went to a gas station to get more beers. I said to him that he had enough, but he didn't care and still bought a 6-pack of beer. I mean, he's an alcoholic and he drinks almost every day, so he had a high tolerance to alcohol. He parked his car like shit and we went in the store and my bro was being an absolute idiot. Like he kept talking very loud and he said some of the most random bullshit ever. I mean, since it was late there was just the employee, but still it was really funny. My friend went to the counter and bought his 6-pack of beer. After that we went back in his car. Then he went to a school parking and he just drank his beer in the car. I didn't bring some weed though because I was already fried enough. When he drank half of his beers, he got a call from his girlfriend and I just wanna say that his girlfriend hated the fact that he was drinking alcohol. I mean, she didn't care if he drank like once in a while, but the fact that he drinks almost every day is what makes her mad. So my friend told me that he's gonna lock in. He got outside his car and he answered her call. But I guess he wasn't locked in enough because a few minutes after he answered her call, he was screaming in the parking. She basically got enough of him being drunk, so she dumped him, and now my friend was sad and mad at the same time. I could hear in his voice that he had both of these emotions at the same time. Then he screamed that he's gonna kill her and he's gonna kill himself after. So I got out of the car and I didn't know what to say since I was so high. But I knew I had to act before it got worse. But then he just hanged up and he was crying so hard. I was feeling really bad for him. I tried to comfort him but nothing worked. I mean, he was with her for a long time and I know he really loved her. Then he said that we should get back in the car and he needed to go to the bathroom. So I told him that we can go to the park and there's bathroom over there. He drove to the park and I stayed in the car while he was going in the bathroom. Then I heard some sirens and it kept getting louder and louder. I saw 2 police cars and an ambulance coming towards my homie's car and I was wondering what the fuck is going on. They parked next to the car and one of the paramedics tapped on a window. So I opened the window and they immediately saw that I was high. As they asked me for my name and shit, I saw the police going in the park's building where my friend was in and the paramedic told me to get the fuck out of here if I don't wanna have troubles. So that's exactly what I did. I got out of the car and I ran away. When I got home, I texted my bro to see if he's good, but he wasn't answering my text. At this point I was still high but I was coming down. After a couple of hours, I got a call from my friend and he explained to me what happened. So apparently one of the residents in a house next to the school's parking called 911 because they heard my friend saying that he wanted to kill someone and himself. Then at the park, the police were waiting for him outside the toilet and they handcuffed him. They saw that he was drunk so they drove him to his mom's place, which is in another village. After explaining that to me, he asked me if I can drive to his mom's place, pick him up and drive him to the park so he can get his car. I said no because it was way too late and I didn't want to have troubles. And for some reason, he understood that and didn't even get mad at me. And a couple of days later, he told me that his sister drove him to the park so he can get his car. So yeah, that's it for the story. Like and subscribe if you want and goodbye.